Hey there, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments Podcast, Healing While I Heal, where I share real life stories and their divine healing translations. So let's just get straight into it.
So obviously true story. When I was, maybe teenager, I was in my early 20s. It's kind of painful to say, but this is my reality. You'll understand why in a minute. So when I was in my early 20s, Tybo was the thing, right? Billy Blank's Tybo. If you don't know about it, Google it. It used to be the hot thing on the streets, right? So I wanted to be down too. I was like, you know what? Let me try out this Tybo. I think I could do it. And so I got myself a DVD, right? Again, if you don't know what that is, Google it. However, Wally World only had Tybo Kids on clearance. And at the time, I think I was working at my college art gallery. I know that sounds really bougie, but it was a work study position, not to minimize it, because it was a fire position. Amazing. But anyway, so I bought this Tybo Kids, right? And people laughed at me. They were like, oh my God, Marissa, like, what are you doing? And I would always try to explain, like, you guys know it's the exact same moves as he does with everyone else. He just does it on a different level, right? Now today, let's fast forward, because as much as things change, things often stay the same, right? So I took this other class today. And it was through AARP, which, if you don't know, that is for like older people, right? I think it's like 50 and over. Now, I'm not 50 or over, but I mean, if I was able to sign up for the class, then I'm going to take it. It's very reminiscent to when I first took my very first hula dance class, and I ended up unsuspectingly in a class full of kids. I was like, oh my God, it was a Zoom class for kids. I'm like, how do I just constantly stumble into these things? Like, it was awkward though, so of course I had to but I ended up pulling one of my kids over, because I'm like, you need to show up on the screen. It's Zoom, and I don't want to seem like a creep taking a class with a bunch of kids, right? Needless to say, I didn't even finish the full class because it was just really awkward, and so I ended up finding one that was actually for adults, but that's a whole different story. Anyway, so today I did this class for seniors, and it was awesome. Like, they play old school music, and it was amazing. Like, I had a great time. I felt like Janet Jackson the whole time. I was like all energy, all dancing, kicking it. I haven't smiled that much throughout an entire class in a very long time. Anywho, I know you want to get to the healing translation part, right? Because between the DVD for kids, the dance class for the elderly, if you will, and the hula class for kids as well, it wasn't about who the audience was geared towards, right? It was about the energy that I put into it. So I could have just kept up to the pace and been on that same level, right? That same vibration or frequency, if you will. But I chose to put in my own energy. So I was kicking it. I had a great time. I went balls to the wall, if you will. And I was going hard. And it was amazing. It was a great workout. And I'm talking about all different classes. I'm talking about the Tybo Kids. I'm talking about the hula kids. I'm talking about the AARP dance class, right? It was all amazing. Now, why am I saying that? That's because such is life, right? We get out of it. How do I want to say this? The energy we put in is the energy we get out of it, right? So if I put in low energy into anything, then that's what I can't expect to get high energy in return, right? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I know I seem very energetic right now, and maybe because I'm still hyped for my AARP class, which, by the way, I'm definitely intending to do again because it was fun and it just makes me smile. Anywho, you have to put in at least the amount of energy that you would like to see in return. So go hard in the paint. You can't have a sleepy demeanor and expect to be awakened, right? Go all in, and don't even be so caring about what other people are going to think. People are going to judge you regardless. People judge me for getting Tybo kids. People would judge me if they hear the story about me signing up for AARP, right? People will has judged me when I told them I tried to sign up for a convalescent home living when I was in my 20s, my mid to late 20s, because I wanted to live with the seniors. It sounded like a blast to me. And they have rent control. So, aha. Anywho, I hope you picked up what I'm putting down. Put in the energy, folks. You gotta level up. You got to level up regardless of what you're walking into. It doesn't matter if everybody else is humdrum. You go in and you be your true, authentic self. You put in that energy and then watch that energy be reflected back. And that's it. And if this message resonates, then that means it is for you. And if not, that's cool too. Just keep it pushing. Either way, I thank you for listening and I wish you the very, very, very best day ever. Until next time, you know the vibes. Peace. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to check me out on all of social media. I'm basically everywhere you probably shouldn't be. But when you look me up, just remember it is Marissa Moments. And that is Marissa with one S because there is only one me. So until next time, happy healing.